Thank you so much, Beth, for that introduction, and congratulations to you on years of incredible work and what you've given to this community. You know, when Allison Platt called me to say that the library would like to honor me, I was so moved, and I immediately remembered my younger self. When my mom would drop me off at the Port Washington Public Library and say, I'll pick you up in a couple hours. There were no cell phones. She would just find me, she would just come in and find me sitting there surrounded by books, just sitting on the floor, reading books. Which one am I going to take out today? And then in high school, she would find me tucked into a cubicle, studying or writing reports. This was where I learned to be resourceful. I loved being in the library. It was a place that made me feel that nothing was impossible. Books. Books are experiences. The stories we read become part of our own. When I was becoming a mom, I read every book I could on pregnancy and parenting and just wanted to learn. But when our second child, our beautiful daughter Josie, was born with a severe rare disease called FOXG1 syndrome, it's so rare that she was the 92nd person in the world known with it. There was no book I could turn to. We were told there's no treatment, very little research, and just nothing I could do. But I had read too many stories of smart, innovative, resourceful women to believe there was nothing I could do. So I decided I can write my own story. In 2017, I co-founded the FOXG1 Research Foundation. We put our heads down and our hearts all in, building the global foundation that is now bringing the first ever treatment, a life-changing gene therapy, to children starting next year. There are now 1,500 people known with FOXG1 syndrome worldwide. Still too rare for a pharmaceutical company to find a lucrative, so we're finding a way to do it ourselves. We're actually making history as the first rare disease foundation to bring a treatment through multi-site clinical trials independently. With 400 million people living in the world with a rare disease, we're rewriting the playbook for rare disease groups everywhere to bring promising treatments to those with the greatest unmet need. Through resourcefulness, love, determination, and support, we will soon have a real treatment for Josie and every child living with and yet to be born with FOXG1 syndrome. Along the way, I wrote my first book. As Josie's mom, I would see the same reaction from young children when they meet her. It's like a deer in headlights. Josie is in a wheelchair. She cannot talk or walk. Her eyes may be crossed. She may be drooling. She may be staring. And young children are usually confused. It's new to them. I don't blame them. And very often their parents don't know what to do in that moment, and they might say, shh, don't stare. So a few years ago, I woke up in the middle of the night and remembered that stories are experiences. And if a young child reads a book about Josie and learns about her disabilities, it won't be new to them. They will have spent a day at the park with her, experienced her joy, and learned how to include her. I wrote Joyfully Josie to give parents and educators a tool to foster the conversation about rare diseases, disabilities, and inclusion with their children. The greatest reward is seeing how those same children who once had eyes like a deer in headlights now look at Josie with big, inviting eyes of understanding. When parents say to me now, Nicole, I gotta tell you, my daughter saw a boy in a wheelchair the other day, and he said, Mommy, he's like Josie. I wonder if he wants to play. Or when I do school assemblies, and children raise their hands to share their understanding of diseases and inclusion. I see a shift happening, and that is the power of books. Understanding leads to empathy, and empathy leads to success in life. From the book, I coined the phrase, live joyfully, which I hope becomes synonymous with disability inclusion, the way be kind became synonymous with anti-bullying from the book Wonder. I will continue to write more books about this journey and share how nothing is impossible, how if we are resourceful, innovative, determined, and we're lucky to have a community around us, we can cure diseases, we can pave the future for countless others, and we can help shape a world where we all help each other live joyfully. But most importantly, I will remain true to what I always say. This will be Josie's story to tell one day. Thank you so much for this honor. I am the one who's honored to have grown up in the Port Washington Public